What's up guys, it's Average Joel, making average content for the average viewer, and today I want to elaborate on a video I made a couple of days ago. So last Friday I made a video about how to find easier lobbies in Black Ops Cold War, and it's been doing pretty well. It seems like just maybe people do not want to have to take shots of Adderall laced G Fuel straight into their eye to have fun on a video game. But anyway, at the end of that video, I asked you all a question. Which, if any, big YouTubers do you think are using this method to exploit the skill-based matchmaking system in order to get good gameplays? Now, a lot of you had your own thoughts, but one name in particular kept coming up time and time again, and that is your very own Korean Savage, or K3 as he's known as by some people. So I decided to take it upon myself to do a little digging and see if I could either clear his name once and for all, or if perhaps I could find something resembling proof that he might in fact be exploiting the skill-based matchmaking system in Cold War. I will say that the gameplay you're watching in the background is mine and it's a pretty decent game, but I haven't reverse boosted for it at all. I guess the sbmm just thought it was my time to shine. Now before I go too far into this, I do actually want to make something clear. sbmm is a plague. It is a skid mark on the underpants of Call of Duty. It's the equivalent of every time you burn your mouth on fresh pizza mixed with getting little tiny paper cuts in the webs of all of your fingers and toes, and it really has no place in such a casual game like Call of Duty. Now if we look at our case study, the Korean Savage, here we have someone who has built their whole career on being exceptional at Call of Duty and pub stomping. And that's not what is up for debate here. The fact that he is a talented player is neither here nor there, and what many people are wondering is he dropping nuclears in the lobbies that we are playing in? And if so, why the hell isn't he playing professionally? So all of this so-called proof that I have gathered was taken directly from two sources. His latest video he uploaded on getting the Org Gold and COD tracker. So first, let's take a little look at his own stats, which he openly shows in the video. He has a 1.4 KD and an average score per minute of 666. This by itself is no proof of anything, as a 1.4 KD is pretty standard in this game, and if anything it would suggest that he is in fact playing this game legitimately, most of the time, but we'll get to that in a moment. Now in the past, Korean Savage has openly admitted that on many occasions he has lobby shopped. This is where you go from lobby to lobby looking for what you believe to be an easier lobby. Now this technique did work in the past, but this was only because the sbmm in older Call of Duties was no way near as strong as what it seems like we are playing now. Plus, usually when you lobby shop, it means that you leave the game if you are facing too much competition. But with his 1.49 win-loss ratio, this doesn't seem to support that. So, everything's legit, right? Well, maybe not. I basically went through the two games in his latest video and tried to find the stats on some of the players that he killed. Now bear in mind that I am in no way a data analyst, neither am I exclusive ace or drifter, and my sample size is laughable at best. But what I have collected is definitely food for thought. Because of the nature of this, I will be including some gamer tags in the next section, but I really want to reiterate that I'm not calling these guys out for being bad in any way. I'm merely trying to pose the question, why is the Korean Savage playing against these types of players when he is clearly an above average player himself? Okay, so the first player we have is called WholesomeNoodle. K3 blasted him on the first game on Satellite. The first thing I noticed was the level, 39. This isn't necessarily a low level by any means, but the question I asked was, why is everyone in my games at least first prestige? Well okay, it's fine, maybe he's a good player, but I checked his stats on COD tracker and my guy is rocking a 0.54 KD and a score per minute of 108. 0.54. Already this is looking kind of a bit suspicious. Like, okay, maybe I could let go some players that maybe have like a 1.2 KD because they might be coming off of a few good games, but the skill gap here is unbelievably large. But yeah, fair enough. Maybe it's an outlier. Maybe WholesomeNoodle here just let his older brother have a go on the game, who just so happens to be Scump. So let's look at another. Next, we have Chew Pamelax. If you're watching this dude, like by some miracle, I'm really sorry if I butchered your name. The score per minute looks better for sure, but look at the KD again, under 1 for the second time. Another is Lucky Charm, back on Satellite, 0.7 KD, and his average life is 22 seconds. 22 seconds, and he's in a lobby with someone whose whole channel is built on going full games of free-for-all without dying once. And here's one for good luck, mainly because I like his badass name. The Mexecutioner, another below 1 KD player that only gets an average of 11 kills per game. I wish I could have taken the average of all of the players in this lobby, but sadly I couldn't find all of the COD tracker stats for a lot of them. But I think that just looking at these stats alone is enough to raise suspicion. The question is just how are these guys in the same lobby? He's clearly not killing himself, so maybe he's using the method I explained in my last video and joining an alternative account. But either way, look at this evidence. There are only two rational conclusions that I can come to. Number one, he's finding some way to exploit the sbmm to find easier lobbies for videos and content. Or two, there is no skill-based matchmaking in the game. I mean, yeah, you decide on that one. But I just want to finish this by saying that although it does look like something is afoot, I really don't think that is fully Korean Savage's fault. He built his whole career on being a pub stomper, and his entire income depends on getting nukes, and if the skill-based matchmaking starts making him look like an average player, well, then he could lose his job essentially, and then have to go and work in a bloody Walmart or a McDonald's. I mean, fuck! It's dangerous out there for us gamers in the real world. You have to talk to real people and don't even mention the sun. I mean, yeah, it sucks because this system exists to protect newer and vulnerable players, but when you have this type of system, it becomes way too easy to cheat it, and then you end up with situations like this, where you have an extremely talented player coming against people who really shouldn't be getting stomped on like this. Honestly, the stats I showed here aren't even that bad, but the reality of it is that there are some people doing this to such an extent where they are getting into lobbies with people who quite genuinely have disabilities, and that really isn't on. But anyway, that's all I really wanted to say about this today, and what you take away from it is completely up to you. But I think we can all agree that sbmm sucks balls in Call of Duty. Now, for those of you who have watched these videos for a while, you'll know that I love to see who sticks around until the end. So if you're still here, I'd like you to let me know by answering this question down in the comments. Do you think the Korean Savage uses some sort of exploit? And if so, do you believe that it's wrong to do that? Anyway, that's it from me today. I'm Average Joel. Peace.